Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are safe at home. Children, we had discussed the potential difference and Ohm's law in the last session. Children, today I am going to explain few numericals with you. Okay, discuss few numericals with you of exercise 9B. They are given on page number 198. See, children, numerical number 1. Numerical number 1 is in transferring 1.5 coulomb of charge through a wire, 9 joule of work is needed. Find the potential difference across the wire. That means what is the charge, how much charge is to be transferred, 1.5 coulomb. In transferring 1.5 coulomb of charge from one point to the other point in the wire, how much work is needed? Work is 9 joule. So I have represented them in their symbolic form. Q equals to 1.5 coulomb and work done is 9 joule. Now the formula between the relationship between potential difference, work done and the charges, V equals to W by Q, which we have studied. Okay, so now substitute the values of W and Q in the formula. 9 divided by 1.5, which is, when we remove the point from the denominator, it will become 90 by 15, which is equals to 6. So the potential difference between the two ends of the wire is 6 volt. Okay, children. Now question number 2. A cell of potential difference 12 volt is connected to a bulb. What is the potential difference of the cell? 12 volt. Okay. The resistance of filament of bulb when it glows is 24 ohm. Now the resistance of the filament of the bulb is 24 ohm. Find the current drawn from the cell. You have to find out how much current is drawn from the cell, children. Now by the Ohm's law, what is the formula? By Ohm's law, V equals to Ri. Okay, V is the potential difference, R is the resistance, and I is the current drawn. So we have to find out the I here. So I equals to V by R. When we substitute the value 12 by 24, which is equals to half, and half value is 0.5 ampere. Okay, children. Now question number 3, children. See. A bulb draws current 1.5 ampere at 6.0 volt. What is the current? How much current? 1.5 ampere. And what is the potential difference between them? 6.0 voltage. Find the resistance of filament of bulb while glowing. What is the resistance of the bulb? V equals to Ri. R equals to V by I, which is equals to 6.0 divided by 15 is just equals to 4 ohm. Everywhere in this question I am applying Ohm's law, children. See, it's very important. One of the numerical based on Ohm's law is surely to come in exam, children. Okay. Question number 4. A current 0.2 ampere. How much is current? 0.2 ampere flows in a wire of resistance 15 ohm. What is the resistance? 15 ohm. Find the potential difference across the ends of the wire. You have to find out the potential difference. That means V equals to Ri. We have to find out the V, potential difference. So R is for 15, I is 0.2. 15 into 0.2 is 3.0 volt. So what is the potential difference? It is 3.0 volt. Okay, children. Now the next topic, children, which I am going to discuss with you is efficient use of energy. That means how we can use the energy which is available to us efficiently, judiciously, how we can use the energy, children. Now, children, the efficient use of energy. The meaning of efficient use of energy is to reduce the cost and amount of energy used to provide us the various products and services. How we can reduce the cost and amount of energy which we are using. This is the meaning of efficient use of energy, children. Energy efficiency can be achieved by adopting more efficient eco-friendly technologies. By when we use eco-friendly technologies and processes, we can achieve the efficient use of energy. This results in reduction of what? First is the cost of energy, and secondly it is the emission of greenhouse gases, children. See, there are many ways by which we can use energy efficiently. What is the first way? By properly insulating a home. Look, children, in summers we all are using either ACs or coolers to cool down our home. Likewise, in winters we are using heaters, blowers to warm up our home. But we can reduce this cost. That this is not necessary. How we can reduce this cost? How we can reduce the cost of using this energy? By insulating a home. It is possible to maintain a comfortable temperature inside. It will reduce the cost of heating devices in winter and cooling devices in summer. Okay, so by properly insulating a home, we can cut down the cost of cost of heating devices in winters and cooling devices in summers, children. Second way, the use of fluorescent and LED lights or natural skylight instead of traditional incandescent light bulbs, because incandescent light bulbs are consuming a lot of electrical energy as compared to LED lights or the fluorescent lights. Okay. Third is what? The CFL, the use of compact fluorescent lights. CFL is what? Compact fluorescent lights save 67% energy and they may last 6 to 10 times longer than the incandescent lights. They are not easily going to get fused. Okay, so either we have to use LED lights or CFL lights. Now, fourth point is the use of LEDs. Light emitting diode. LED is what? Light emitting diode bulbs for lighting reduces the consumption of energy drastically. It also helps in reducing global warming and the harmful effects of mercury used in the fluorescent lights. Fifth point, the modern energy efficient appliances such as refrigerators, freezers, ovens, stoves, dishwashers, dryers, etc. make use of significantly less energy than the older appliances. Now, because the older appliances does not have that much good mechanism, they are consuming a lot of electrical energy, whereas the new appliances which are nowadays, the appliances are coming in rate wise, 5-star rated, 3-star rated. So more the stars, more lesser energy they are using. Okay, so you must have seen nowadays appliances are star rated according to their efficient use of electricity, children. Now, sixth point, a building's location and its surroundings play a key role in regulating its temperature and illumination. Proper placement of windows, whenever we are constructing a house or a building, the proper placement of a window and the skylights and the doors and the use of architectural features that reflect light into the building can reduce the need of artificial lighting. If we have windows properly placed or the doors properly placed in our homes, then during the daytime there is no use of bulbs and incandescent light or fluorescent lights. We can use the natural lights. Okay, white roof system can save more energy in summers. Now, seventh point by which we can use energy efficiently, that is the use of advanced boilers and furnaces in industries. Now, industries are consuming a lot of electrical energy, children. So when they use advanced boilers and advanced mechanism furnaces, it can save sufficient amount of energy in attaining the high temperature by burning less fuel. Use of such technologies is more efficient and less polluting in nature. So there are many ways. Likewise, when we have cars, we have scooters, we have bikes, we can use a good quality of engine. Okay, fuel efficiency in vehicles can be increased by reducing the weight of the vehicle using advanced tires and computer controlled engines. Okay, children, so these are the different ways by which we can use the energy efficiently, and this type of question also come in exam, that write 3 ways by which we can use energy efficiently. So you can learn any 5 or 6 points out of these 8 points. Okay, children. Now, what are the social initiatives, children? Okay, what are the social steps which we can use, we should take to use the energy efficiently? The rapid depletion of energy sources and the adverse environmental impacts of energy use have led to what? The efforts to develop energy efficient machines. Secondly, the technologies which can reduce energy expenditure and minimize environmental hazards. It has become essential to create awareness amongst the people and build in them the trends of sensitive use of the resources and products so as to reduce the use of electricity. Public awareness can be improved through mass media and children's participation in campaigns and eco club activities. Many schools have eco club activities or they have campaigns through which we are spreading the awareness that how we should use the energy efficiently. Look, children, renewable sources of energy are there, but we cannot produce a large amount of electricity or large amount of energy by using these renewable sources of energy. Through the non-renewable sources of energy only we are getting a good quantity of electricity or a kind of energy. Like fossil fuels we are using, then we are using natural gases, we are using petrol, coal to produce electricity or to produce energy. So children, we have to spread awareness among ourselves or among our family or in the neighborhood. Okay, so community involvement will surely be effective in reducing the misuse of electricity. Every time you people are matured enough to tell others also to not to misuse the electricity. The non-government organization NGOs can be used to create social awareness of the sensitive use of the resources, children. Okay, so children, so we all have to be very careful, very careful and judicious while using energy. If you are not using that kind of energy, please switch off the bulb, please switch off the lights when it is not in use. Okay, it will help you also financially. Now children, now your homework is to read the whole chapter. This chapter is over, chapter number 9, current electricity. Read the chapter, do all exercises, exercise 9a, 9b and 9c, as well as the numericals which I have explained with you today, discussed with you, in your fair copy. Exercise 9a, 9b and 9c should be in your copy, children. Read the chapter and make notes. Now next chapter which we will study is, I will complete magnetism, children. Okay children, thank you.